Okay, here we are with the CNC machine. Right, what we've done here is because the piece we're cutting is the front and it's essentially it's already been pre-folded. Yeah, it's folded. I can't sit that, or I could try sit it directly on the bed like that and clamp it down, but trying to get any rigidity into that piece, and it's only 1 or 2 mil thick anyway, is going to be a tad difficult. So what I've done is I've cut a strip of plywood out and I've screwed and countersunk some screws into this wood so that provided I'm not cutting more than about 3 mil into the sacrificial piece of wood, this can then sit on top. And what we'll do is we'll use the old double-sided tape to stick this down. So next thing to do is double-sided tape, and also what we need to do at that point is get this thing centered and zeroed. Right, there we go, just zeroed that on there. When I put it on there I measured and marked off where the two ends were, so this bit's fairly zero, although that's not a critical dimension, but the width is, because we're fitting quite a tight tool path into here. Hopefully it works alright. Now we'll just get set up with a 4mm cutter and get the CNC machine all up and running and start to cut it. Right, seems to be simple enough. Just pull that off. Get rid of the tape, hopefully you can see that. So we've got, just check, yeah, okay, nice set of cutouts, nice bit of chamfer. So all we've got to do now is take that back and see if it fits in the motherboard correctly. Should do. I mean, everything was essentially copied straight off of the original I/O plate, so we should be alright. But we may as well get on with the others now. Okay, not the best of chamfers, because this thing was wobbling about like crazy, but yeah, that will do. It's at the back of the thing anyway, I'm not going to see it. Doesn't look too bad. I never like cutting steel on this machine. All we're doing is spot drilling at the moment. We'll see how this runs. So it's just going to come in and dab it, 1/2 mil I think it is. Might be 1 mil, anyway, whatever. We'll see how it runs. That wasn't too bad. Cool, right, let's try the drill now. That's going to be probably different. Right, starting assembly. So we just put the power supply unit in, that's screwed onto the back plate there. I've screwed the fan onto there, that's going to be venting down that way. Do have a little issue. This isn't exactly the longest of motherboard connectors, it's just about long enough, but it's going to have to go over the fan, and I was wondering, well, that's not going to be particularly good as it's going to catch on the wires. However, in my store of old and unused bits of kit, I do have this fan grill guard which I bought years ago and I've never used it, so that's going to be quite handy. Just need some holes drilled into it, so I'll do that and then we'll fix that on. Okay, finally, no, we got it together. Finally, it was a bit of a faff because the motherboard's upside down and all the other components are essentially suspended off the top of this, but we got there in the end. So okay, normally I guess if you were in a physically secure environment you would not have any of these ports exposed, only your 2 network ports. You certainly wouldn't have your USB exposed, but that's a fairly minor change to CAD if I want to build others which are going in a physically secure environment. As it is though, we've got our standard I/O. There's a couple of misalignments that could do with shifting over by 1mm or 2, but you can get the a PS2 mouse or keyboard on there. We've got 2 serial ports, VGA, DVI, 2 LAN ports, 4 USB 3s, and that'll be microphones, speakers, and I guess that's line. I can't remember what the other one is on there, the blue one. So yeah, there we go. We've got a little 1U PC essentially, which is going to become a pfSense box. I will hook it up to power in a sec and chuck a USB boot drive in and probably connect it up to a monitor and see if we can see it. Right, moment of truth. It's all wired up. Just to see if we get BIOS or something on the screen. I'll put in pfSense in a minute. Fan started. Post by the sounds of it. Yes. Hopefully you guys can see that on the screen. Awesome. Right. Ooh. If I shall, just find out what that's all about. We have an operational rack mount chassis with power LED. Right, we're into the pfSense setup. There we go. So we've got a LAN port plugged in, which I'll use to connect from a machine onto it to do the configuration, because it's on its default settings at the moment and we obviously don't want default settings. So just to run through, so that's the LAN port, this one will be the WAN port, so essentially that will be connected into my switch router, which is facing the internet, So that will be one network, and then this side essentially be my private network, and all my servers and machines will be on the LAN side of this router firewall, and there'll also be a zone essentially on the other side of this, and then obviously the internet on the other side of the other firewall. So we've got some configuration work to do. I'm not going to run through that. Sure, you guys, if you're interested, can look up. There's many videos out there on YouTube, and also the pfsense.org website has a pretty comprehensive wiki in terms of setting this up. But there we go. So CNC cut, customised 1U DIY pfSense firewall appliance, and just to give you an idea, something like that, I mean, you can get a very simple consumer box, but a rack mount box like this, you are normally paying, you know, I think even pfSense do a 4-port version which they sell for about $1,700–1,800, and this has cost me about $300 all in, which isn't bad at all. Right, thank you as ever for watching, and the first technology video for quite a while, even though it's got some CNC in. And I will see you on the next video. Who knows which project that'll be. Thanks and goodbye.